Okay, so I know this isn't my usual brand of video, but I saw something recently and I really wanted to kind of put my unasked for 2 cents in. So lately I've been watching Moist Critical here and there. I haven't really been like a huge fan. I don't watch a lot of like big YouTubers a lot. Unless it's just like Let's Plays sometimes, but that's neither here nor there. Recently I saw his video about MrBeast curing 1,000 people of their blindness. Uh, I didn't know about this drama at all before I saw the video. I don't go on Twitter a whole bunch, and if I do, it's usually just art Twitter, or to just post links whenever I upload YouTube videos and stuff. Hold on, I'm using a different app to record than I normally would because like I can get like a wider screen instead of having to stretch out my camera for OBS because then it just looks awkward. But yeah. So he was talking about MrBeast's video, and how people were bashing and trashing MrBeast, for the video and things like that. And he gave some detail on what the video was, and I was like, okay, I haven't seen the video yet, so I'll just watch it for myself. It sounds like you know he did some good, but I haven't seen the video myself, and people could be trashing it for a reason, right? This was yesterday, so I watched the video just a few minutes ago from the time I'm recording this. I don't understand what's wrong with people. Like, just the concept alone of curing people of their blindness. I don't. What some people were saying, like it was demonic what he was doing, like he was being selfish, like it was evil, it was nasty. Like I just don't get it, man. I really don't. Like at one point in the video, I actually cried. Like I was sitting there looking at my phone and like crying. It was the part of the video where the guy, it was one patient, older guy. He was just like, what I want to do after this is to see my son's face again. And I was like, oh, that's nice. Like I was already getting kind of emotional because I got a soft spot for like father son relationships. And then after he could see again, he saw his son, and they were hugging and crying and stuff, and like it just got to me. Like the emotions just started overflowing. It was such a happy feeling, and like seeing everyone else's reactions, and like to being able to see again, I was just smiling like the whole time. And on top of that, he was also giving them upwards of I think the least amount of money he was giving out to people was like 10,000. He gave like the doctor or the surgeon 100,000, and then there was this one kid he gave like 50,000 to, because he was about to graduate and go to college. And he gave this other kid a Tesla because he said he's always wanted to drive and he's never been able to drive because he couldn't see. Because I think he had like a go karting accident or something. Like how do you find it in yourself to hate this? I just can't. Like, there's got to be some level of being miserable that I just haven't reached yet. And I have had like very bad depression, but like, you got to be super miserable to see this and just like, I just don't understand it, man. Like, okay, so one of the things that Charlie talked about in his video was how people were saying, he could have done it without recording it. My counterpoint to that is the man is a YouTuber. If not, I think the biggest YouTuber on the platform. I think I could be wrong. I'm not sure, but I think he is. And like that's his job. That's where he gets his money so he can do these things. So obviously, as a YouTuber who makes, I'm guessing, a lot of money off of YouTube, I would record it too. Like, there's not, and I'm pretty sure these people knew they were being recorded. Like, half of the people looked at the camera. Like, I just don't get it, man. Like, the money he's making goes to people. I've watched like a couple more of his videos. Like, I'm not super into like the gimmicky stuff. Like, and like he had a video where he survived like a certain amount of hours in Antarctica, or like some other stuff, or like he has some stuff before when I first heard about him, like when it was like, oh, fellow YouTubers survive in like a ball pit for like a certain amount of hours or something like that. Like I don't, that kind of stuff I'm like, I don't really care about, but stuff like this, like, this is amazing. Like, I'm getting caught up on my own words because it's just frustrating and quite disappointing, honestly, to be seeing stuff like this. Like, people just need something to be angry at, and I don't understand why. I don't see why people can't just be happy for other people. Like, I'm pretty sure if you walked up to one of the people that he helped and said, "Why did you accept this help? That man's, it's demonic, it's selfish," they'd probably cuss you out or like tell you to get out of their face. Cause like, he changed those people's lives, and I'm not saying like he's like this saint or like the second coming of Christ, right? Because like referencing back to Charlie's video again, like, if even if he was the most selfish, ruthless, most evil bastard on the planet, he a thousand people were still cured of their blindness, and then some. Like, he didn't just cure them of their blindness and be like, all right, see ya. Like, he was giving out money, cars. Like, and I saw some people being like, why would you give him a Tesla? Like, Elon Musk doesn't care about universal healthcare. Does the car also not care about universal healthcare? Like, what does that have to do with anything? Like, I don't, I just don't get it, man. Like, these people can see again. Their lives were changed for the better. All of them. And it wasn't just in America. He literally went all around the world to do this. Mr. Beast isn't the problem. The problem is the fact that these people needed somebody like Mr. Beast to come and pay for their surgery for them. That's the problem. Like, I'm not super into politics. I don't, or the government, or like laws or healthcare or anything like that. I choose to stay away from that kind of stuff most times because it just brings me down even more to look at it. But he isn't the problem. In fact, people should be celebrating the fact that he helped these people. Like, I don't understand why people just have so much hate in their heart for the wrong people. It just doesn't make sense to me. It really doesn't. Like, yeah, he could have done this stuff off camera, and a lot of people do think that that would have made it seem more genuine. But going back to what I said before, he's a YouTuber. Like, you wouldn't complain about someone else doing their job and using that money from their job to pay for people's surgery. That's his job. If his job wasn't being a YouTuber, would like would the reaction be different? If he was like an owner of like a company that has nothing to do with YouTube and he didn't record it, and like, but that just doesn't make sense to me. It really doesn't, because like, I don't know, it shouldn't hit, whatever his job is shouldn't matter. It's the fact that he's helping these people. And okay, I will say the one thing that the thumbnail kind of weirded me out a little bit. That part was a little weird to me. Like, I don't know. That's just me personally. I know that wasn't like a huge, well, from what I saw, that wasn't like the biggest problem with the people complaining about it, about the video, but that I just looked at it and I was like, I don't know. But that's just me. I don't know. Like, I don't know, man. People just need to get off Twitter and find something else to do, because it's just an echo chamber of negativity, and I feel like people's lives would be better if they just stayed off it more and did something productive instead of just complaining all the time, because And I will say I've done my fair share of complaining on Twitter, but it's just mostly been about games or whatever. Like I don't know. So I can't say that I haven't done my fair share of Twitter complaining. But I'm just saying, man, like people just need to find a way to be happier without trying to tear down somebody else because it's just sad. Like it really is to be tearing down somebody who is genuinely helping people, regardless of what his motives are. He's helping people, and like regardless of how much money he has or how many subscribers he has, he's still human. Like at the end of the day, he's still human, so he could see this stuff and like it could really get to him. And I don't personally, I don't want to say I don't care, but like I don't know him, so I, I don't know. I'm not like too invested in how he feels about this, but at the end of the day, he's human, and it's just really like shitty just to be trashing him just for doing what he wants, and by doing what he wants, he's helping people. I don't know, man. But that's just like I said, that was just my unasked for 2 cents. You know, this is probably the last time I'll, uh, key in on some drama, internet drama or whatever. There are a couple other things that piqued my interest, but I'm not like the Seth the Programmer thing. Oh boy, but that has nothing to do with this video, and I'm probably not going to speak on that. So yeah. I mean, I guess thank you for listening. I just had to get that off my chest, you know. Like if I saw the video and I was just like, "Oh, that's nice," and didn't feel anything, like I would have left it alone, but like I felt genuine joy from seeing that video. Like I said, I cried at that moment with the father and his son, like being able to see his son again. Like I genuinely cried watching that. So yeah, I just had to put my 2 cents out there. Like, you know, TLDR, just be happier. Like, stop going out of your way to try and be miserable and tear people down because it's just it's unhealthy for everybody. It's unhealthy for you to be doing it, and it's unhealthy for people to receive it. It's just we should just be nicer to each other. Honestly, we really should. But that's all I gotta say. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go torture myself on some Dead Space. So, I'll see y'all another time, I guess. Peace. Also, lastly, wait. Also, lastly, before I go, to Mr. Beast, you'll probably never see this, but in case you do, I just want to say I'm proud of you, man. Like, I know you don't know me, and I don't know you, and like my pride in you probably isn't gonna mean anything, but you could be doing anything else with all that money you have, and you decided to help these people, regardless of whatever reaction you could have gotten out of it. I'm proud of you. Like, I really am. There aren't a lot of people in this world that would go out of their way to do that. Genuinely. So yeah, I'm glad you're you, and I'm glad you're doing what you're doing, and keep it up, man. Like, I'm genuinely glad that you're doing this and that you did what you did. So regardless of what anyone says, just keep it up, bro. Seriously.